Hey guys, it's Dale. I'm here today with my full review of the Wasp Nano RDTA. Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's just get down into it and let's talk about it and all of that good stuff, and we'll come up, talk about it just a little bit more. Alright guys, so this is what the box to the Wasp Nano looks like. It's very similar. Nope, it is the Wasp Nano RDTA. Very similar to the RDA. Now this is the Ultim Yellow I keep talking about, and I prefer the Ultim Yellow in the RDTA than I do in the RDA, which is a very strange thing for me. But yeah, so in the box you do get an extra piece of glass, and it is clear glass. So no matter what color you get, the glass is going to be clear. I'm still not sure how I feel about that, but you know, things happen. I think that it is also weird that the RDTA comes with the coil, but the RDA does not. So I'm very confused by that, but whatever. So that's pretty much all. You do not, because it is an RDTA, you do not get the squonk pin for this like you did with the RDA. Just makes sense in my opinion, but I have seen some people complain about that. But it's an RDTA, why would you need a squonk pin? I don't know, so I won't touch on that more than what I've said. Let me pull the other one out. This is the RDA and this is the RDTA. The top portion is exactly the same. All that they did was just add a tank in the bottom. When you take the top cap off of the RDTA, the deck is exactly the same. So you would install the coil exactly the same way as you would with the RDA. Your screws are on the sides here. Your airflow goes directly across just like it does in the RDA. The only thing that's different is this guy. And we're gonna zoom in close so you can see this here. This is, I call it like juice flow control. That's what I used it for. I've seen a couple other people use it for something else, but I'm not that advanced, I guess. I don't know. But I did, whenever I built mine, I fluffed out my wicks hardcore and shoved them down in there and just closed it up. I seem to like it about half closed. With a 70-30 juice. If I was going any thicker than that, I might have had it open a little bit more. But half closed, half open, depending on how full your glass is. 70-30 juice, in my opinion, works well with the build that I had. I did not use the coil that it came with in the box. I built my own for this. I think it was because I was really excited to use it. So normally I do use the coil that it comes with in the box. I didn't for this because I liked the coils that I built for the RDA. I wanted to see how well they worked with the RDTA, and they worked perfectly. I built a 24 gauge parallel coil wrapped around a 3mm screwdriver, and it was fairly big for this particular RDA and RDTA, but I liked the flavor I got off of it. So that's all that I cared about with this. And both of these are hardcore flavor chasing atomizers. If you're not into flavor chasing, I would not recommend this, but I had a great time messing around with this and playing with it. I also, whenever I did my wicks, I wanted to mention this earlier and forgot, but whenever I did my wicks, I barely made them go down into the tank the first couple of times I wicked it. I was getting some issues to where I opened it up all the way and was still not getting what I wanted, like I wasn't getting to wick as fast as I wanted it to, so I dropped it all the way down to the bottom, literally kind of packed it in the bottom, and it worked so well. It was crazy. It worked perfectly. I also found that whenever I fluffed my wicks out, and I shoved them to the bottom. On one side of each, I left a little bitty hole so that I could continue to put juice into the tank. That's just something that I found to work well for me. I do know a couple people that have put different builds with different wicking styles than what I used, and did not leave the holes on the side to put juice in, but they didn't have a problem putting juice in either. So overall, my only complaint with this is gonna definitely be the same complaint I had with the RDA. It's going to be the drip tip issue, but I fixed it by putting a drip tip on it. What? You know, because I'm smart like that. No, but that was my only complaint with this. The flavor and the vapor production, in my opinion, are amazing. Definitely some of the best flavor I've gotten off of an RDTA in a very long time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple deck, just like the RDA. And once again, if you're going into building coils, this is where I would start you. If you're wanting to start practicing with builds and playing with builds, especially single coil builds, this is where I would start you on an RDTA, and then the RDA, you know, depending on where you wanted to go. But this simple build deck is fantastic in my opinion. All right, so my pros and cons about this. Like I said in the up close and personal, I have way more pros about this than I do cons, and the same goes with the RDA. I personally prefer the RDA more than the RDTA, but the RDTA does have its place now in my lineup that I use. And I wish that the well was a little bit deeper. There's a couple of things that I wish. I wish that I have my complaint about the cap. But I put a drip tip in it, and it's fine. So I see some people that complain about it, and I see some people that are like me and just put a drip tip in it and use it and love it. So yeah, I would like to know what you think. If you have one, let me know in the comments below. And you can find your Wasp Nano RDTA at VapeWild.com. Bye guys, friends, peeps.